the tips is. Should I keep the tip until the end?
No. It's not like TV show. Stay tuned till the
stay tuned. The tips will be din, 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 din. Okay. Next, continue. One of the questions that may come out is for chapter 5, is let me wear back my mask first. Very important. Okay. You must beware of except for money supply and interest rate. Okay. Except for. Okay. You must beware. Don't understand. Oh my God, why to make it so straight, man? Huh? You must remember, if we want to test you on the 4 tools only, we will write except for money supply and interest rate. So you are forced to write the 4 except for money supply and interest rate. Make sense, huh? But some question may be except for OMO. Some question may be except for legal reserve. So take no. Some question, okay? If this paper come out, okay? Let's continue. That's the only tip. Both. Both also have except. So beware of the word except. In my paper come out. Another paper, I'm not sure. Okay, let's continue. We go to only chapter 5 and chapter 6 for revision question. Or should I show you one sample? Let me show you one sample. I don't want to show sample better. Too risky. Okay, let's continue. Maybe at the end, if you stay until the end, if you pay attention until the end, if you behave, I will share a sample of what did I say just now. Okay, I will share a sample of what did I say just now. Okay, if you behave. Right. So this one skip. I ask you to do this thing, right? May think that the government increase supply, money supply, inflation increase. Actually, the correct is June. But why is it related to chapter 5 and 6? Right? Because I asked you to think that you must know now how to link Keynesian model with the monetary policy. Okay? Keynesian model, if there's an inflation, this is the Keynesian model showing the inflation gap. How can you link it to contractionary monetary policy? This is something you need to think about. Okay, it may come out, right? Draw a Keynesian diagram, for example, showing that after government policy, after they apply contractionary monetary policy, what will happen to the diagram? Okay, all these are may be tips or may not be tips. Second question that I ask you to do is this one. A lot of people don't understand what is economic condition. Economic condition is not the characteristic. It's not like inflation go up, inflation go down, right? Unemployment go up and go down. All these are characteristics. Economic condition means, is it growing? Is it going down? Downswing, upswing? Is it recession? Is it depression? Is it economic growth? All these are condition. Inside the condition, we have like unemployment, we have inflation problem, something like that. Okay, we have economic growth problem. Okay. That is the condition. So in here is recession or slowdown. All right. But I ask you to change this to fiscal, change the fiscal to monetary policy. If there's a slowdown, the Reserve Bank need to use expansionary monetary policy. So you have to tell me in here, because some of the answer guide cannot be used already, you have to tell me this. Right? You have to tell me this. The Reserve Bank have to use expansionary monetary policy, which is the green color part, green and blue color part. Purposely use green and blue, right? Because it's a virtuous cycle. So, except for money supply interest rate. Does that make sense? I give you like double reminder. Okay. Okay, makes sense, huh? So you have to tell me the Reserve Bank should buy the bond. After buying the bond, what happened? Then one paragraph. The Reserve Bank should reduce the amount of legal reserve. After that, what happened? What happened to the economy? Why it will lead to increase in money supply? What it will lead to improve back in the economic growth, right? This is something that you need to take note. Or the Reserve Bank should decrease the discount rate, which is OPR in Malaysia or OCR in other countries, right? Why they should reduce? Because blah, blah, blah. Because the discount rate is the interest rate for the legal reserve requirement. So if they want to save more money, if they reduce the interest rate, they will save lesser money. The commercial bank will save lesser money. Something like that. They will save lesser, or they will borrow more money. Save lesser. I take out the remaining funds that I put in extra in the legal reserve and lend it out to the firms to do investment. Or I borrow more. I don't care whether I'm short of funds or not. I will top up later because I can borrow at a very cheap rate. I borrow more money and lend it out to the public to do investment. Yes. Or moral suasion. You have to talk about moral suasion. Reserve Bank governor. Who is the Reserve Bank governor? Who is the Reserve Bank governor? Governor B&M. Or the Reserve Bank governor, take note. Syed Abdul Rashid. Okay. Syed Abdul Rashid. Okay. This is the Reserve Bank governor. Syed Abdul Rashid. What if the news article put Syed Abdul Rashid just declared OPR to decrease, but you don't know who the hell is Syed Abdul Rashid? Then you cannot write because you don't even know this one is it binding or not, right? Whatever is the speech, is it good or not? Is it controlling the monetary policy or not? Syed Abdul Rashid, okay? Will decrease the OPR, or they will ask the local to support the local, okay? Or they will ask the commercial banks to reduce the loan requirements, okay? 4, you need to write at least 3. Choose 3 to write. Then only you can get full marks for this type of questions. Okay? Just slash off the fiscal policy and use that to practice yourself. Okay? Because previously this one is fiscal policy. Same for budget. Budget is actually a fiscal policy. I already told you before. Right? Can I link the fiscal policy to monetary policy? Will it be related? Normally they will do together. So it will be related. So I can link this article to a monetary policy as well. Okay, but in here, we link it to what? We link the budget to what? International trade. So it's related to your chapter 6. Still related. Chapter 6. First of all, define international trade. Right? International trade can be defined as, I already told you just now, exchange of goods and services and financial capital between 2 countries. Then you talk about all this definition 1 mark off, right? 1%, not 1 mark, 1%. No definition, miss 1%. Just remember that. Okay? And increased investment will lead to what? Okay? And private investment, right? Efficient allocation due to specialization, wider consumer choice, economies of scale, typo, increased competition, prevent monopolies. Then you still need to use the diagram for Keynesian and ADS model to draw. Okay? International trade, impossible you go and draw money supply for me, ma. Impossible you go and draw tariffs and subsidies, ma. So you can only draw ADS and Keynesian model. Choose one to draw. Make sense? So I say Keynesian and ADS model will still be in your final. Right? Did I record? Okay. Right. Next one is why Malaysia is exporting oil, but plummeting global oil price will be challenging for Malaysia. Why? Oil price goes down, it does not mean that you will buy more. Because oil is inelastic, linking back to micro, right? Okay, because the price of petrol today dropped 50 cents. Do you go and buy more petrol? You store at home. What you want to burn your house? No one. You go and buy another tong. Sorry, what is tong in English? Buy another pier. Pier is too small. What's tong in English? Tangki is Malay.
Container.
Container.
I don't know.
Really, man?
Oil tank.
Huh? Why you buy? You go and buy oil tank. You buy oil tank because you want to burn more so that you can save the petrol. No. You need to argue because revenue is equal to P times Q. When the oil price drops, the export revenue goes down. So from there, you started to talk about economic growth, and from there, you talk about exchange rates. Makes sense, huh? Right? Makes sense? Export revenue is same like total revenue. It's still equals to P times Q. Price times quantity. When price goes down, quantity remain the same or almost the same. The revenue go down. Export revenue go down. What will happen to exports? What will happen to GDP? Export goes down. GDP is equals to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. So X goes down, GDP goes down. So economic growth goes down. Economic growth down. How will it link to your other things that you already learned in chapter 5 and chapter 6? Business confidence fall. Capital inflow goes down. All right. Demand of Malaysian ringgit goes down. Currency depreciation. Okay, you have to link to all this chapter 5 and 6 already. Right? If you don't want to write the normal one like the unemployment, all this, because you did not study, then you have to talk about exports and imports, political stability and international trade, right? Tariff, subsidies, quotas. All these are answers. So of course you have to link to less tax revenue, depreciation. Actually, this one is the two main one that you need to link. Okay, and also FDI. FDI. Right? Okay, so use the ADS model. Show me. AD shift to the left. Economy slow down. YE to Y2. Like that. Okay. This one, high unemployment not coming out. Protection. Protection already covered lah. Just now the summary. Arguments for protection. So nothing else to cover. Anything I missed? Or balance of payment? I missed just now. Balance of payment. Just take note. Arguments for. There's another one is balance of payment. Right? Because they want to achieve balance of payment. They want to achieve export equals to imports. Right? Credit equals to debit. Right? National defense also I missed out just now. National defense. This one is also very weak argument. Right? And chip, this one I already covered these two. This one, this three, this is the discussion question of discuss types of exchange rate. Not only you need to talk about the types, you must also discuss their pros and cons because it's two sides. Because it's not explained three types, it's discussed three types. Makes sense? Pros and cons already covered before, some pros, some cons only. Don't need too much, two enough. Right? What's the pros of floating? Balance of payment always balance. Right? What is the con of floating? Volatile. What's the pro of the fixed exchange rate? Stable. Pro. Stable. No uncertainty. Right? What's the con? Balance of payment always cannot balance. Okay? Two pro, two con. Right? One pro, one con, then discuss the review. Managed exchange rate doesn't matter. Don't care too much. Managed exchange rate, you just explain what's managed exchange rate, then is sufficient. Right? All these are already inside your general channel file step. Now we will move on to revision question 1A. This one we really remove the calculation, so there's no calculation for chapter 6. This one, chapter 4. I think we start from question 8. Oh no, question 4B. Question 4B is about, this one. The assumptions also, you still need to know, like state the assumptions for the international trade, right? This one is previously the assumption, but you must remember the assumption for tariff and subsidies. Assumption for tariff and subsidies and quotas as local and imports, they are perfect substitute. So I can ask you to state two assumptions, right? Second one is local producers are forced to sell at world price. Okay, lower down price. This one is the two assumptions. This one assumption you don't need to care about because it's no longer inside your syllabus. We just remove it because of your intake. Okay, next one is seriously, we remove it starting this year. Okay. 4B, question 4B, floating. First of all, define the exchange rates. How to define exchange rate in floating? I told you many times, general definition is what? General definition, price of one currency in terms of another currency, then continue floating, but has no government intervention. That is floating exchange rate. Makes sense? If it's a fixed exchange rate, how to define? Currency in terms of another currency with 100% government intervention. This is how you connect the general and the specific together. All right. So just remember the general form, then you add few more words behind to get the specific definition. Right. If you ask me, do I memorize all this? No, I don't memorize a thing. Until now, I don't memorize a thing. I don't know what am I teaching. Because I don't know, I don't understand. I don't remember anything. But I understand, not I don't understand. I understand the thing. So I can still teach you, right? I can still share my knowledge with you. Then you should draw. If it's a 6 marks question, you have to start to draw diagram. Don't think too much. They mention diagram or not, just draw the diagram because you see, this one never mention diagram, but they might have a draw diagram explained briefly in the mark scheme. Make sense? Don't care, just draw diagram, put definition, put examples, that's all, right? Portfolio, main thing is less than 10%. They can purchase shares, bonds, blah, blah, blah. A lot of you miss the keyword of less than 10%. I want to see less than 10% in the portfolio if this one were to come out, right? Consists of all these different things I already covered just now, right? Only the pros and cons are portfolio, more flexible, but useless for economic growth, right? Direct is less flexible, right? No one is going to say, oh, yesterday I drank a lot. Wow, this country looks very nice. I want to buy the factory in this country. I just put the Dutch there. Oh, I will invest in this country tomorrow. I will throw in 100 million. Nobody is going to do direct investment like that, right? Will you? Because I hangover. All right. Direct investment is a very serious business, so they will not suddenly say, today I feel like I want to invest. I invest 100 million. Yes, tomorrow my wife said don't like this place, so I sell. What the? Okay. So direct investment is normally more stable and have longer term economic growth influence, right? Question 5. This one, cost push inflation, we can link it to exchange rate and international trade. Okay, we will not ask you cost push inflation. Based on the article, how will this affect exchange rate, or how will this affect international trade? Or should the government impose a tariff? Should the government give subsidies to local products? These are the questions that we change. Make sense? Case study still the same, still inflation, still unemployment, still economic growth. Does it make sense? Make sense? Right. Then explain the ladder effects. We will not change. We will do this after the government impose contractionary monetary policy using OMO. Explain the effects. Make sense? Make sense? Okay. And this one, 3 reasons are already covered. I told you very much just now. Just the difference itself. You can write 3 already. Please don't tell me you cannot. Right? Step 3. Where is it? Difference in. Output, input, taste. Then EOS and political. Right? Impose trade barriers. This one you have to actually, you see, regardless of the marks, please draw diagrams. Chances are you may not write properly. you forgot, maybe you forgot, right? Tariff is tax on imports. Then I can give you marks in your diagram. If you never draw anything, I cannot help because there's nothing to mark. Make sense? Right? Give examples. Tariff. For example, Malaysia is still exercising tariff on cars. Okay, to protect proton and perodot. Give these examples. I give you one mark, even you never read properly. Right? Subsidies, quotas. Quotas normally lesser because we don't have diagrams. That's why the marks allocation for quotas is lesser. Right? Free effects, same thing. What's the arguments for or against? Right? Because we can help infant, we can prevent dumping, we can blah, 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 help the local. Oh, this one need some time. This one is a comic. I would say one of the essay or short response can come up with this type of things. What this mean to you? What this comic mean to you? Is this concept comic or cartoon for you? What does cartoon mean to you? Most of you haven't do, so I have to explain. Because first time you see this picture, right? Then open, right? Ready? Just now come to the class. Just wake up. Okay. So, what is this? This is the picture that we're going to test you. What is this? Got one thin guy, one fat guy. What this means? One plump, one guy very plump. What this means? I don't know how to do. Malaysia, the plump guy, we don't use fat because we are not animals. We use plump. Okay? Fat is for animals. Remember that. Okay. Plump guy is Malaysia. Yeah. If we go to the fresh market, can I get a fat chicken? You never say, can I get a plump chicken? Okay. Doesn't make sense. And this is US. Looking at the flag, if you don't know the flag, go back. Because if you don't know which country, which currency to write with it. Okay, this is US. Malaysia Reserve Bank is currently doing depreciation policy. Which means what? Means what? Central Bank is sucking all the market share and leading to Malaysia export going up, jobs going up, but US has become thinner and thinner, and their jobs goes down because central bank purposely depreciate their currency. Okay, make sense? So this one is becoming increasing in weight. Okay, don't use the word weight. This one is reducing in weight. Okay, make sense? Make sense? So which means what? Malaysia might want to fight with US to get more investors to come in. So one of the things we can do is, actually we don't need to do anything, we have a currency already depreciate to attract investors using depreciation. Okay, so 5 factors that cause depreciation. Okay, there are many factors. Now that I already told you to link everything, right? You have to link to everything, everything and anything you can, right? What will lead to depreciation? Can I link to payments? Can I link to borrow? Can I link to capital outflow? Can I link to capital inflow? Right? Can I link to interest rate? Can I link to world economic growth? Can I link to domestic economic growth? All these are already covered, right? Can I link to others? That's not here. Can I link it to inflation? Can I link to unemployment? Up to you. How you want to link? Up to you. Okay? 5 effects. Again, ladies and men, remember to read the question. Discuss. So can I write all good? Can I write all bad? No, you have to write 2 good, 2 bad. Okay? 2 positive effects, 2 negative effects. Then 1 more, because 5, 1 more you choose. You want to write positive or negative. Okay? Don't simply write. Even you write everything is correct. 5 positive effects, but I will only give you half of the mark because you never follow the question. There's only explain and discuss in econs. Very easy, right? We don't have argue. Okay? We don't have argument essay. Not in foundation at least. Argue. We don't have analyze, we don't have argue, we don't have all this essay. Okay, now lastly is the revision question 28. Right? This one we can ignore. Question 2, I ask you to start from what? Question 7. Question 7, is it? Or 8? One is 5, 6. Okay. This one, question 6 is inflation of. Okay. Explain the importance of stabilizing the internal price. This one is inflation. But I can change this word to external. That one is exchange rate. Then you need to do it. Huh? Okay, make sense? External, you have to talk about depreciation and appreciation. What's the good or bad? Right? Why is it important? Demonstrate a more in the peak period of business cycle. Peak period, business cycle, expansionary. No, already expansion too much. Now we need to do contractionary, right? Try to use too much money supply interest rate, unless they say you can use. Unless they say you can use money supply interest rate. Okay. Unless they say not accept money supply interest rate, but they say accept OMO. Then you don't use OMO or don't use legal reserve. Depends on the question. Right? So policy that use central bank, you can even see in this mark scheme, the thing that is worth you to take note is our mark scheme actually don't have money supply interest rate. You see that? Our mark scheme did not include money supply and interest rate, even though we just talk about monetary policy. So you know how we test chapter 5. Okay. Chances are maybe still have some simple question that you can use money supply interest rate, but the harder one normally will be no money supply interest rate. Spend time there, don't know whether you catch or not. Okay, so if there's a peak circle, which means economic growth too much, inflation too high, central bank have to use contractionary monetary policy, right? You can sell bonds, you can increase legal reserve, you can increase discount rate, you can use moral suasion, ask them to save more money, or use special directive, ask them to increase the amount of minimum requirement for credit cards, right? This one, inflation, how it will affect, how roti canai will affect inflation and hence affect Malaysian ringgit. I told you already, this question I already gave you the example. You must write, not only you can write about the currency depreciation, you can also write about currency appreciation. Okay? Okay? This one is still explained, still okay. If I change the explain to discuss, you only know how to write one direction, then GG. Half gone. Let's say this is a 9 months question. Discuss how inflation can affect Malaysian ringgit to fluctuate, which means you have to write at least one appreciation, one depreciation, and draw the diagrams. Make sense? Okay. How inflation will lead to appreciation? Normally, inflation will lead to depreciation. Demand decrease and supply increase. I want you to think about how it will lead to demand for Malaysian ringgit increase and supply decrease. How? GGO. Half of the marks gone already. Even I study starting from 12 AM to 8 AM. I just give the answer to another student. Lazy to what already. So how the inflation can lead to currency appreciation? I give it to another student just now. Inflation can lead to, because she also cannot think, inflation can lead to people think that they want to save more money because things are now more expensive. So they don't want to simply spend. Similarly, they don't want to invest overseas. Because they don't want to invest overseas, they don't need to supply Malaysian ringgit. When they don't need to supply Malaysian ringgit, it will lead to appreciation. Okay? Take note, all the explained question can suddenly become discussed question. Okay, take note. So all those if it's talking about depreciation, I think most of you know how to write. Let's skip. This one distinguish. Another thing. Although our answer is like that, please don't do like that for me. You know what your senior do? You know what your senior do for me? This is the full scale paper, right? Your senior, wow, very good. Don't even want to draw the horizontal lines. No. Distinguish, we draw three vertical lines. Then start to write the difference between direct and indirect and portfolio for me. He doesn't want to even leave it to draw the horizontal line because he said we use the full scale line. Oh my god. Half only. If you do like that in table form for essay, half only. Maximum half. Okay? So if you are lazy enough, please do this. Do this. Okay, make sense? The answer is like that, but when you write, you have to write in essay form. Okay? Okay? Yeah, like that also can. Okay, this one is direct investment. Hong Kong decided to invest in Malaysian agriculture. Right? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. Is this an explain or discuss question? Discuss. GG. You only write explain. You write all good things about FDI. You never write bad things about FDI. GG. Never read the question. Make sense? What is the good thing? A lot of good things. Of course. What is the bad thing? I show you some comment already. They own all the resources, but they only left over the pollution, for example. Make sense? What else? They become monopoly. They will do dumping. Linked to other things, linked to international trade, linked to prevention, linked to arguments for. Okay, it will lead to dumping because Hong Kong has a lot of money. Malaysia farmers, no money. What they do? They will dump, or they will eat out all the small firms. They become monopoly. Like the Baby Shark and the, remember the Baby Shark and the Mac analogy? They are the Mac. We are Baby Shark. They will eat up all the Baby Shark. Something like that. But please don't use the Mac and Baby Shark inside. Okay, write properly. Okay, because they are big firms, they will start to acquire, do mergers and acquisitions. Wow, if you write like that, M&A, wow, full marks. If you write Baby Shark and the Mac, no. Okay, makes sense. Last, how many more? Okay, effects. This one. Explain where is it? Explain protection, right? What are the effects of protectionism? First of all, define protectionism. What's the protectionism definition? Shall we? Protectionism means protection. Protectionism means government policy that impose artificial barriers to shield or to reduce the competition, to shield the domestic producers, or to reduce competition for the domestic producers to compete. All right. Okay. So this is the effects. You just think about that yourself. Right. I don't have the luxury of time to cover everything already. And safeguard, same thing. Try to draw diagrams for tariff, subsidies, and quotas. Even is a safe mark. You will not know your diagram can save you. Right? You will not know something. Suddenly you write something wrong. I have a lot of students write tariff is a tax on export in definition. So 1 mark gone already. But if you have diagram, I can help you. Because you're nervous, you simply write tax on export. I never teach you what is tax on export also. Why suddenly got tax on export, right? Okay. For example, advantages, blah, blah, blah. You can talk about all this. All this something is linked to other chapters on also never mind. Okay. Okay. What's the advantage of international trade? We can have political and strategic links. We can have higher income. We can increase productivity. We can achieve other stuff. Not linked, not inside that advantages, not inside that page. still can be used, right? Okay, last one. Tariff. Try not to use dotted line. This one I extract from Google. So there's a dotted line. Actually use solid line. World price and world price plus tax. PE and QE still use dotted line. Because it's hidden from the diagram. You cannot see in the real world. Right? Okay. Diagram normally 2 marks. Demand and supply QD, QS, all this. Few marks. In the end, 7 to 8 or 9 marks. Discuss reasons. Okay, must be too good, too bad. Think about that. And balance of payment, this one really remove from our syllabus. We remove a lot actually. Remove a lot. Okay, for impact, same thing, discuss. So think about unemployment, think about technology. Technology is good thing. Unemployment rate may be increased. Bad thing, right? Because they might lead to structural unemployment. New firms come in, they may not use labor. They will use technology, they will use capital, they will use robots. Okay. And ringgit Malaysia, this one, okay, you do it. Okay, that's all. I will see you no more. Finally. Woohoo. Exam hall, maybe. Because no, I will not see you in exam hall also. I'm not involved in the invigilation this time. So